So the meat show is coming to you from Austin, Texas this time around, and we're in front of Franklin BBQ, which is definitively the best brisket to be sold in Austin. However, look at that line. It's about a 4-hour line. Say you're in town and you only have 2 or 3 hours to kill. What I'm going to show you is a tour of the history of Austin BBQ, dating back to the 1940s and then going through to the modern era. We're going to go up to Ironworks, circa 1978. Then we're going to go up to La BBQ, which is the closest thing to Franklin because it's really new school barbecue. And finally, we're going to go to House Park BBQ, which was established in 1943. Here are 3 great alternatives to waiting in line at Franklin BBQ.
This is 1985, February 7, 1985. This is being developed across the street. That'll be, by the time you come back, it'll be 3 more towers here.
Wow. This is my favorite picture that I've taken of this place.
Oh, cool.
It was just perfect. The only thing missing was like a pit bull in the back, right? But right, this place has really changed in that time. Right?
Oh, yeah. The biggest change for us in our business was when they built the convention center next door. That completely changed the makeup of our customer base from local politicians who worked at the Capitol, local police and lawyers. All of the sudden now with South by Southwest, we see repeat people from all over the world.
That's a big thing though, because you see what's going on over here, like people are just getting pushed out. Right?
Oh yeah, yeah, and if it wasn't for the historical significance of this, we probably would have been pushed out already too.
Are you grandfathered in for certain things?
Yeah, it is designated as a historic structure just because of the significance of the actual old ironworking that was done here.
You've been here how many years?
38.
38 years.
Yeah, so I like to tell people we used to be the tallest building down here.
So this is actually the first place that I ate real Texas barbecue. And I've been to hundreds of places now in Texas, but this place always has like a special place in my heart because it really was where I lost my virginity.
Alrighty, 1 sampler.
Wow, that brings back some memories. So this looks amazing. Thank you very much.
Sir, thank you.
I'm gonna go eat this. I might even tell you about it. So here we are with this magnificent looking pit plate in front of me. You've got the brisket, you've got the sausage, and you also have this back rib. This is actually from a much more expensive cut of meat than brisket and sausage come from. Beef back ribs are really like baby back ribs. And it has really all of those positive traits. It's very tender, it's very sweet. It's really prime rib for barbecue. Ironworks is the only place that I know that has these on the menu all year long. Fortunately, it's still here. And this is actually one reason to come to Ironworks above any other barbecue restaurant, because you can get this cut. When you're buying by the pound, a lot of the places don't even traditionally have sides. And these sort of play off very well with the meat, and it really provides a full meal. This is really like a working man's barbecue joint. It's kind of what you expect it to be. You see that like the SWAT team is in here, construction workers from across the street are sitting here. It's not what the new school places are, which are really dedicated solely to the actual food. This has much more of a neighborhood feel to it. So from a traditional Texas barbecue joint, we are now going to venture to a food truck which serves a very modern incarnation of barbecue. You and I have talked in the past about traditional barbecue, how much we love places like Louis Miller and Taylor Cafe and all of these places.
Yeah, so we've kind of like taken that and kind of like played around with it a little bit more, you know what I mean?
Dishes that you might not see traditionally, right?
Exactly, yeah,
Different
like Frito pies and all that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And yeah, I love Franklin. I've waited in the line many times. I would do it again. So if you don't have as much time to necessarily like wait in line, I would maybe check out like Love Barbecue or just like do a little barbecue crawl if you can to like some of the places.
So here you can see the modern influence. We're looking at a pan-regional plate of food here. We have pulled pork, which is traditional to the South, and especially Memphis and the Carolinas. There's something here that looks like a Kansas City burnt end, and indeed that's what that is. It's a burnt end, which is the flat of the brisket that they chop off and then refire. You can see the rivulets of fat just running through this thing. It's just supremely tender. And then the caramelization on the outside, I mean, so the sausage is made in-house for them. It's a pork and beef blend, which you don't find that often in Texas because beef is king here and most sausages are just beef. We have pork spare ribs cooked in a manner not unlike what you might find in Memphis, Tennessee. Do you see how my bite mark is readily apparent in this rib? You want this firmness. You want to know that this is meat. So that, my friends, is a sign of good barbecue. John Lewis, who founded this place, worked under Aaron Franklin, so there's obviously a lineage there, and you can tell structurally looking at this brisket, the dense, dark crust. It's really, it's like the color of night. I mean, it's pitch black. This is a result of really going in and just experimenting with it. So if you look at the smoke ring, you can see the pronounced penetration of the smoke, and then you can see the litheness of this brisket. I mean, it's held together by a mere rumor of collagen, right? That has just been all rendered down to gelatin. There's an unctuousness to it that you don't really find in the old school places. This has been really geared towards modern palates, and modern palates like fat. The way that barbecue evolved, people weren't decided to make delicious food. It was really an outcome of preserving meat and of butcher shops. This is a much more conscious and deliberate culinary expedition. These guys are really taking a traditional food and trying to really make it into the modern world and make it as sort of delectable as they can. And they've done it. This is delicious. What this place lacks is any sort of patina, any sort of history. This place will be open in 50 years, but you come here for the brisket, you go to the other places for the history.
So this is our ironic pit room. No smoking. So no smoking at all.
So this is a real bona fide piece of Austin history right here. You couldn't do this in a modern way.
No way. You're not going to get anything like this anywhere else in Austin. You cannot cook barbecue the way we're, I guess, illegally allowed to cook it.
So you guys have been doing it longer than anyone. Tell me how you feel about the sort of explosion of barbecue now, where it's become this very sort of trendy thing. We mentioned Aaron before, Aaron Franklin. You're going there for the beef, but you're not going there for the culture in the same way, right?
Absolutely. I mean, I'd be lying if I said I'm not envious of Franklin. But in my opinion, no true Texan should ever wait more than 5 minutes for a good plate of barbecue. If we got all this good barbecue here and you're doing that, you failed the Texas IQ test.
That's the video we're doing, right?
There you go. That is our mixed plate. It's our special on Fridays. And what you got here is brisket and sausage.
Super. Thank you so much. I can't wait to eat this.
Thank you.
All right, let's go check out Austin's oldest barbecue. That's why I like the moist, because it's just abundant with flavor in every bite.
Baby. Oh yeah.